this. So now, let's transition into letter play. With the letter play, we've got laminated letter cards. Now, some people say this is like a letter puzzle. Well, it kind of is, yes. However, this requires a my turn, your turn approach. So, always, always demonstrate first and students imitate you. Why is that important? Sequence. If you don't do that, what would happen if you just put this out?
They just copy it. They just
Yeah.
put it down.
They're going to put down, because you know what, they're going to match. And they're going to put things down, and that's great. But do we make an A starting here first? Like, this is where it's important to make a difference and show them this comes first, this comes second, third, so on and so forth for stroke sequencing. And they will learn that, and that will transition into paper and pencil. So with this too on the back, just simple language arts activities, matching activities. You can work on beginning sounds, anything like that can be done with those, with that letter play to overall develop alphabet knowledge. Then we transition on to the blue mat. So, what's the only thing you see here?
The smiley face.
Okay, and why is the smiley face important? So in America, we read and write with top to bottom, left to right orientation. So, I was thinking I had a little sheet. Oh, I do have it. If you will flip over, you'll see the smiley face secrets. So, this is a little tidbit that you can take back and use. So with this, we know at this point, so children live in a world of symbols. An apple's an apple no matter which way you turn it, right? Like that big curve was a big curve no matter which way you turn it. Well, the difference comes into play when you have to write and you have to read. It does matter with the directionality. It has to be in the correct orientation. So the smiley face is going to start training children for top to bottom, left to right orientation and directionality. It trains them visually, and you're setting them up for success to create the correct starting point. So with your smiley face, make smiley faces. I have one that's even bigger than this. You can put them in top left corners around your room. Put them in top left corners of the board. Put them anywhere because children orient to that face anyway, and you're going to start to visually see them start at the top in that top left corner. So you can definitely do that at any time. I also like from Staples or any office supply store or anything like that, you can get the little smiley face stickers and use those as a reinforcement. I've even worked, they're used to, I'm sure that they still exist, they're about the size of the end of a pencil eraser, like that diameter. They were smiley faces. And when I was working with older students, I mean elementary still, but we would use those even as a reinforcement to find correct spacing. It's like, which one's your best space, or which one's your best letter, or which one's your best word, and just put that smiley face on there, because they were so used to learning with a smiley face that was positive. It was an instant positive reinforcement, and they got to do something. Plus I had them peel stickers off, and it was good fun motor. But smiley face you will see on all of our things starting out, and that's intentional. So with this, we're going to take them to the next step of complexity, to writing letter, or to forming letters. Okay, so again, my turn, your turn, everything you do, so that children don't start to develop bad habits now. This is also good remediation if you have some that are already forming things incorrectly. Another, just a little tip for you, if you have children that are already forming things incorrectly, and you say, well, let's make a capital D. Well, in their mind, until you've remediated that, they are just going to go and make this D just like that. So a little tip for you is maybe not say what you're going to make. Like, let's say, oh, watch me first. Let's grab a big line, take your big line down. So you have them pull their big line out, point at the smiley face, big line down. Now watch me, little line across the top. Now your turn, little line across the top. Then you go again, little line across the middle. Oh my goodness, little line across the middle. And then you can stop and say, what did we make? What is it? Don't forget the enthusiasm and the joy of a letter. I know it's early, but what is that?
The F.
The F. Oh my gosh, whose name starts with F? And do we have anybody? Where's Philomena? I know she does. But you know what? You know, those kids, they're like, my name starts with that. And they love it. So then you can talk about everything in the room that starts with F. Can you find any F's in the room? What sound does F make? And you can just go with this. Now, guess what? What if we put a little line across the bottom? What does it turn into? Oh my gosh. Does anybody's name start with an E? Do you have any Elizabeths or anybody like that? Okay. So do you see the difference here? As if we just said, well, let's make an F. They can form it incorrectly, whereas we are taking them logically step by step through that and making it fun and approachable, and they're building and learning. It's concrete. So that learning will become more stable for them. Now, this can be done. Here's a picture with Jan.